I have the turbo here on the table. I will soon tell you a little bit more what has done to this turbo and that manifold. The car's previous owner was very nice and sent me a letter, so I know exactly what has done to those and also to the cylinder head. But after the intro, I will tell you more. Yes, the previous owner sent me a letter. Sorry, it's in Finnish. But the cylinder head is ported, and the turbo and also the exhaust manifold is ported. And there's a chip Viking Racing EcoMax for b230 FT. And I'm taking my new flashlight. I will show you. There's turbo, there's a much better flow in this version. It's so smooth inside. So somebody has done a great job there. And I think also in the cold side, at least it feels very smooth. As you can see, I think somebody has been there. and also in there, because this hot side, this feels also very smooth. And also here in exhaust manifold, I noticed there's a quite big crack there, but it's welded, so it's not leaking. And also you can notice here that this exhaust manifold is also ported and fitted to the cylinder head. The owner says here that the combustion chambers are also modified and some other things. So this is not a stock engine, which is nice. The oil return line seems to be little, how would I say, it's not quite beautiful, so I think this is not original version, as you can see, but I hope I can get it work. But in some point I think I will change a better return line for the oil. But I think next I will start putting the exhaust manifold and the turbo back in. I received the bearings from Autodoc for the XC70 SKF, which I thought that these are made in Sweden, but I was wrong and a little bit disappointed, because these Swedish bearings are made in China. Well, small disappointment, but they seems to be quite high quality, and I hope that they will fit without problem. I will do the whole video of that. And you might have noticed that I have quite poor lighting here in the garage. I have had this kind of headlamp and small flashlight, which I dropped and it broke. I have done few sponsorship videos, and one before with e-ville.com, and they asked me that would I like to test some of their tools, and I said that I'm run out of flashlights, so they sent me a working light like that, smaller flashlight, which seems to be quite powerful. As you can see, there's the technical information. The runtime with the low light is 24 hours, which is nice. All these flashlights are rechargeable. Chargers didn't include, but the wires did. and I have fully charged all those. This I will put on my head. This is a little bit heavy duty for garage things, but I have used this when I have been dropping the snow from the roof. We have so much snow here in Finland that it's getting so heavy that I had to drop quite a bit of snow from my roofs. Not from this garage because it comes out automatically, but from my house and my smaller garage. But great shout out to eville.com. My older son came to help me, which is nice. Next we will put the exhaust manifold. We have nuts and washers already ready there. And then we will put the turbo, then the oil line in and out, and coolant line, and then the pipes. And we will put our lights on, so I hope that when I put the camera on stand you will see something. But let's turn the music on. Now we managed to get the exhaust manifold and turbo and the exhaust. They are already tightened. Turbo nuts were a little bit difficult to tighten, or actually the hardest one was the third bolt or third nut of the exhaust. We raised the car a little bit, so my son managed to fit under the car and he tightened the third nut, because the lambda sensor is right there behind the nut, so it was quite difficult to fit the tool in. And now the turbo is tightened and the manifold is tightened, and these lines are also connected. Next I will put the water in and out, and oil feed, it's here. And after that the charge pipes and this pipe from the filter. And I have new washers for oil in and for the water to make sure those will hold. And what else? The pipes are here. And I think I will save the oil return line, and I will go under the car. So that's the plan. Now I fit the charge pipe and intake air, and there's new copper wire washers, as you can see, in all the lines. And what else? I think everything should be now ready on the upper side. Well, this engine bay needs a little bit cleaning. Battery is empty, but we are not going to start the engine in this video. I'm missing the water temp sensor, so the coolant level is low, so it's not possible to start at the moment, but I will fix that next. But we have the returning line for the oil here. As you can see, this might not be original one. I think. Well, it might even leak from there. I just have to open the clamp and make sure that this holds, and then I'm checking what kind of gasket should there be. But let's go under the car. Oh yes, now the oil return line is back on. As you can see, there's a lot of oil, and I think the reason might be this return line. Now the seal should be okay, but as you can see, there's a lot of oil around here, and it might come from that return line, but I will investigate it more later. I really need the lift here in my garage. I have already one in my mind from my father, and I should get it quite soon, I hope, because I'm not going to do anything for this before I get the lift. I think it's time to have that, because I'm crawling under the cars so often that just using the jack stand and jack, that is not working anymore. I'm too lazy for that. Yes, but now I should have everything ready. Now this is ready, except water temp sensor. I will do a whole video about fixing the temp gauge, so it's coming. But next I have to do the XC front wheel bearing video, because it's making such a noise that I'm afraid that the wheel comes out. So next video will be about wheel bearings or hubs, because there's a whole it's quite big unit here. Well, I will show that you in my next video. All these lights worked well. Well, this is a little bit heavy duty for inside jobs. I managed to use this quite well when I was in the engine bay, but when I went under the car, it was a little bit difficult to operate under the car when I was laying on the floor. But outside, when I was dropping the snow from the roof, this is very handy. It's very powerful. This is also very handy because it stands like that under the car, and also this one. So big shout out to evil.com. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up and comments down below, that would be great. And if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, now it's a perfect time to do that, and also ring the bell. Thanks for watching and see you soon.